Geez, what the fuck do you say about this guy? He's an amazing storyteller.
He's well hung.
He's well hung. Thank you. Who fed me that line?
I know.
Thanks. He's a sex educator. He is a rock star who connected me with several of the people tonight that you're enjoying stories from. And he's one of my favorite people in the world. Please welcome Reid Mahalko.
Dixie De La Tour, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so I'm a little bit nervous. I've never actually told this story in public. But when Dixie told me the theme was Californication, and I lived here for a year as an actor, back when I was an actor, before I became a sex educator. You might have seen my work as Bruno, evil male nurse, in another world, or Sven, masseuse on Guiding Light. Perhaps you've seen me as one of the Thursday night dancers on The Daily Show. Speedos were my specialty. Or the greatest role I ever played, the cowboy in Salt-N-Pepa's None of Your Business. I made my 8th grade niece queen of her school for that video, and it is still to date my proudest work. But that is not why I'm here. Although that would have been a good story. That's for another Bawdy Storytelling. I'm here to tell a story that actually, full disclosure, took place in New York, but technically is permissible under Californication. How many of you have ever woken up hung over next to somebody and you know you had sex but you can't remember the sex you had? How many people are lying? Thank you for your transparency. Okay, so I'm in a very posh, swanky hotel room in New York City, in SoHo, and I wake up and I am hungover. The reason I'm hungover is a year or a year and a half before that, I gave up being drunk. I was a bartender for 20 years. It's one of the reasons I became a sex educator, because I've had at least 150,000 conversations, and we did some math one drunken night. Conservatively, I've had that many conversations with people about sex and relationships, because as a bartender, I can be like, are you getting any? And people will tell me. So that was field research. But I drank a lot, and my mom was an alcoholic, and so I got weird about it. I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna quit cold turkey, but I'm gonna have a drink or two, but I'm not gonna get buzzed. And that worked really, really well, and that was my own self-exploration. But I get a call from one of my best friends who lives here in LA, who's with one of his best friends, who's a movie star, and he's like, would you like to come to a Lindsay Lohan premiere? So-and-so, who shall remain nameless. Can you repeat that after me? Who shall remain nameless?
Who shall remain nameless?
Oh, you can do better than that?
Who shall remain nameless?
Try to figure it out. He's in this movie with Lindsay Lohan. We're going to the premiere. You're coming. And then we're going out partying with Lindsay Lohan afterwards. And I'm like, she's not even 21. And I'm like, okay, I'm doing this. So we go. Now, how I met this friend of my friend who's a movie star is another movie premiere that he came to in New York. Swanky hotel, different hotel in SoHo. We all meet up. It's a bunch of my LA friends, my New York friends. We're all hanging out. I'm just meeting this guy. He seems really, really nice. He's not all full of it as a movie star. He's hilariously funny. And we're all sitting around just drinking, and our friends are very chatty Cathy, and we're just hanging out and talking and talking and talking. And then he takes this girl, and they go into the bathroom, and the shower starts. And everyone's talking, and I'm the sex geek, and I'm like, time out, they're in the shower. And my best friend goes, yeah, he does that. I'm like, he just met that girl. He's like, yeah, he kind of does that too. I'm like, I like him. And I'm like, I want to really get to know you. But you're in the shower. So now we're talking, blah, blah, blah. It's 20 minutes in the shower. And I'm like, fuck this. I'm like, who's going in the shower with me? I want to get to know this person more. His ex-girlfriend says, I'll go. And I'm like, now we're talking. Hey, do you mind if we come in? To his credit, he's like, absolutely, come on in. I step in. His ex-girlfriend steps in behind me. We're both naked. And he's like, all right. So now it's like foursome shower time. He eventually, oh, that's a story for another body, but that's how I met him. So now, Lindsay Lohan. I'm sitting next to Lindsay Lohan in the premiere. I've never met her, but I've heard all about her. Okay? The movie's actually kind of funny. It's it's a pretty decent film. We go out partying. Now remember, I haven't been drunk now in a year and a half. And I'm like, if I'm gonna pick one night to break this rule, it's tonight. Lindsay Lohan, one of my best friends, his best friend, the movie star, and my movie star friend now, because now we're buds, because he talks all about the shower thing. We are now partying hard with his agent, top Hollywood agent. And I'm just having a hilarious time drinking Red Bulls and vodka. Exactly. Lindsay Lohan went home. We stayed out. Now, how many of you have ever woken up next to somebody the next morning really, really hungover? Maybe you remember the sex, maybe you don't, but you're like, God, I probably wasn't that good last night. Anybody? And if you're like me, I'm a slut. Whatever you think is a lot of people, add another digit on that. And that's a lot for me. I sleep with a lot of people. I love meeting people. We can do it through language. We can do it through body language. I don't care. If you're a sex geek and we can have a safer sex conversation and it meets my needs, like, great. We can talk about, sex geek history, or we can just fuck. I'm good with it. I'm really kind of friendly with my genitals. I'm very generous. So, I wake up, I'm like, oh God, I roll over, I'm like, where am... This is my friend's agent. I hope we had good sex at least. Shit. I better have sex with her again. And really fuck her good. Because this is my friend's agent. And I'm a good friend. And so I kind of, cuddle up to her, do the spoon thing, nuzzle in, and I wait, because she's still passed out. We partied hard. And then she kind of wakes up, and we start nuzzle in, and it leads to stuff. And now, how many people have ever eaten pussy hungover? Yeah. Don't be ashamed. Thank you. Okay, my people. I'm like, you know what? And I love eating pussy, and I don't like being hungover. And this is like really hungover. And I'm just like, yeah, no, it doesn't end that way. But no, but like, I'm just like, I'm gonna do this. This is for my buddy. This is for you, my friend, who shall remain nameless. And it was good. And I feel like we did a good job. You know what? We did a good job. We made amends for whatever last night was. And now, I'm like, it was really nice to meet you. Thank you so much. I had a lovely time. She's like, we were really drunk last night. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, was it good? She's like, I can't remember. I'm like, I can't remember either. How was it now? She's like, I'm really hungover. I'm like, me too. But was it good? She goes, it was good. I'm like, we're good? She's like, yes. I'm like, can I have your number? She's like, really? I'm like, well, yeah, you seem nice. We can do this again. She gives me her number. I go down, I'm in the elevator, I'm like, oh God. Walk into the lobby, and I can't even get out the door. I have to sit in a chair. My best friend comes into the lobby. He's like got his shirt on backwards. Why are you still here? No! And he sits down, he's like, wow. My friend, the movie star, comes in. Now this man parties hard, and when he wakes up, it's like, he's like his mutant X power, he's like Wolverine. Fucking I've never seen a man with a hangover. He walks in. Morning, Reid. And I'm like, not so loud. You didn't. I'm like, and I did it for you, my friend. This is love. And I love you. Now go make more movies. And be fabulous. Friendship is forever. In bed. And never, ever let me drink Red Bull and vodka again.